Most advisors are told the same thing over and over. Just be consistent. Post every week, show up more, keep going, and eventually it'll work. For advisors, that advice sounds right, but in practice, it never really did work. And that's not because advisors failed to be consistent. Quick context, we work with independent advisors on their content systems every day. And there's one pattern that shows up almost without exception. They weren't lazy. They don't quit too early. They don't disappear after a few posts. They did exactly what they were told to do. Here's what most advisors never hear. Consistency doesn't create authority. Consistency only amplifies what's already there. So when advisors show up every week without a clear structure underneath, the result is predictable. More posts, more effort, but not more trust, just more noise. This is where most content advice quietly breaks down, because most of it was never built for advisors in the first place. It was built for creators. You see, creators can experiment. They can pivot weekly. They can test ideas publicly and see what sticks. Advisors don't have that luxury. You're not trying to entertain strangers. You're building credibility with people deciding whether or not to trust you with real decisions. And when your content feels random, even subtly, trust erodes quietly. So if you tried the be consistent and it didn't work, it wasn't a failure, it was inevitable because consistency was never meant to stand on its own. Here's the reframe most advisors never get. Consistency isn't the strategy. It's the multiplier. It doesn't fix anything by itself. It just magnifies whatever foundation it's applied to. And when that foundation is unclear, consistency only makes the confusion louder. Most advisors weren't doing the wrong thing. They were applying the right behavior to the wrong layer. That's why the problem was never motivation, it was never discipline, and it was never effort. There was always something missing underneath, something consistency was supposed to work on, but most advisors never realized that layer existed. If this is landing for you, the Advisor Visibility Kit breaks that missing layer down in a simple, practical way. It's not tactics, it's not posting advice, it's the structure most advisors were missing when consistency didn't work. It's built specifically for independent advisors who want clarity without content chaos. You can download it below, no pressure, just a clear place to orient. And once consistency finally has something solid to work on, that's when a different problem shows up. Even advisors with the right structure still lose trust quietly without realizing why. And once you see what causes that, you can't unsee it.